everyone, and welcome back to the Little Blue Fly. Today I am going to demonstrate how I created my spring floral arrangement. My husband, he tells me that sometimes I become very spirited and my ideas become reality. So it's pretty safe to say with this arrangement, I became pretty spirited. Now down on the table, you see a variety of floral. You see full floral down there, and you also see dried floral. I like blending the two together because it gives arrangements a more realistic look and feel to them. I will be taking you down and around the table and explaining some of the florals with you. Now we're going to be starting with this garland, this boxwood garland that I purchased from Michael's. I liked how it had the yellow tips on some of the branches, and some fern stems from Michael's as well. And this is like a nest type of garland from Hobby Lobby. Berry garland from Michael's. Some hydrangeas, forsythias, little simple white floral picks and a variegated yellow and green pick, and dried hydrangeas, and some more dried floral. Now let's get started. We will be starting from the top, working our way down. I first will be placing 3 different picks of forsythias. Nothing quite says spring like this floral. And I like this particular style because it had more branches to it. Just bend it sideways and place it in. I just put down some green moss. And as we move through the arrangement, you'll see the flowers change a little bit. I like to shift things around. Next, I will be using the boxwood garland. It was $19.99. Michael's was having, I believe it was 40% off. It was either 40 or 50 at Michael's. And I will be placing that around and holding it on with some wire. So I started up at the top and draped it down the side, and then wrapped it around the whole bottom tier. And then used the wire to hold it into place. Then I just used the berry garland and I started from the top and just cascaded that down as well. And just went diagonally down and then diagonally back up. And I just kept on doing that process all the way around. The boxwood holds it in place nicely. You don't have to use any wire. Next, I'll be using the variegated bush, quite a few of them. I started down at the bottom tier. So I placed a total of 2 up front. And on the side right here, I'm leaving that open because I will be placing something quite large there. And I'll just add some more to the back. This floral is great because it really helps bring the light into the arrangement. It's a great filler as well. Now the fern picks. These were purchased at Michael's. So easy to work with. The stems, they just bend with ease. And I'm just going to cascade 3 of them down the side. And then the purple berries, you can see I cascaded them down as well. So again, I did the garland and then I did the purple berries diagonally. And then the yellow and green variegated picks were added. And the ferns cascading down off the side. And a large arrangement will be going right there. I will be using my dried hydrangeas that have seen better days, but they will work nicely. So I added my nest. I will be sharing a link below. I do have a video on how to build this nest. Around the nest, I added the dried hydrangeas. I lifted some up in the back for some height, some interest. I added some wispy greens coming out through the hydrangeas to make it look more natural. I added some variegated yellow and green bushes up at top as well. You just sort of add to your liking. Some more dried floral. I clustered them up front. And then of course I added the blueberries. I will be adding some more berry clusters. I'll be placing them up on the top shelf. And some white picks for more light into the arrangement. These were purchased at Michael's for $1 a pick. I put the white floral to the right, quite a bit of them. And then I added just a few on the left-hand side. I went ahead and filled in with more berry cluster. Again, it's just to your liking, however full you want it. And then I added more wispy greens on the right hand side by the blueberries, and we'll be placing in moss. I just love all the different elements of greenery and floral in this arrangement. I guess you can say I just was very spirited when I was creating. And there we have it, a spring floral arrangement. So we started with placing the arrangement right in the center of the mantle. I love how it reflects out of both of the mirrors. To both sides, I placed my candlesticks from Pottery Barn. It's actually a set of 3, I just used 2. And then I placed some green moss on top. Then my gorgeous hen and rooster that I found on Marketplace. Absolutely love them. Just stunning. The yellow floral really pulls out the colors from both of them. They're green as well. Blueberries. Up front in the fern, I added some more of the yellow and green variegated pick to bring more light into the fern. These are wonderful to work with. Now on the back of the arrangement, I noticed it was quite dark in the back, but not only that, I can see my electrical outlet and my cable outlet. So I wanted to do 2 things, cover those up, but also lighten up the back. I will also be using 2 plates, one from MacKenzie-Childs, and the black and white stripe charger came from Hobby Lobby. And the wicker tray came from Hobby Lobby as well. See, there we have it. Covers up the plugs and brings some light. And a great element as well. And the plates. Now it just really brought a nice whimsy factor into the arrangement, adding the plates. Now for the lighting. Lighting is very important to any arrangement, whether it be battery operated, real candles, or lamps. It brings an arrangement to life. So I'm going to use some more variegated pick and a green pick as well, because by the rooster and the hen, it's just a little too dark for me there. So I'm just going to place one pick inside the other and add them in on the mantle. And there we have it. More light. I'm not quite finished yet. I'm still going to add a little bit more. So I placed a hook up front. When I say I became very spirited in this arrangement, I really meant that. So I placed a nice English country basket that I purchased from World Market up front. And I'm going to use this cluster of ivy. It's going to work nicely in the basket, and it's also going to help to hide the hook. Very nice. Now the next thing that we will be adding to the arrangement will be fresh lemons. These picks came from Michael's. I absolutely love them. The lemons work nicely with the ivy. But as you can see, we just have 2 different types of greenery, and we need at least 3. So what I like that goes well with lemons is lavender. Lavender and lemons go perfectly with one another. They're both wonderful healing elements. And I placed 2 rosy ring candles up at top for more light.